very good morning and welcome to Athavan News Paper Highlights. Today Friday, 11th of March 2016. Newspaper Highlights read by Edward Udayadas Devasagayam Pillai. Today we have three leading newspapers of Sri Lanka for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let us have a look on Daily Mirror. Sarath Fonseca in favor of international probe, blames political interference at last stage of war. Minister Sarath Fonseca, the wartime commander of the Sri Lanka Army, said yesterday in Parliament that an international probe should be conducted as stipulated in the Geneva Resolution. Mr. Fonseca, in his first parliamentary address after nomination as an MP, said he endorsed it as the commander who led the military at that time. We should not shy away from any investigation. We should not resent foreign participation, he said. Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca said the LTTE had been cornered to a small area during the last month of the war, and therefore even low-ranking military personnel such as corporals could have finished it off without the involvement of the top brass of the military. He said the political leadership asked him to take respite from operational duties and instead assigned the political authority to handle the military operations. He noted that this should be probed to absolve the military of any charge. CSN website data deleted. FCID. Yoshita, 4 others further remanded until March 24. The Financial Crimes Investigation Department informed Kaduwala Magistrate Dhammika Hemapala yesterday that when the premises of the CSN channel were raided on a warrant issued by the court, the Computer Emergency Readiness Team had discovered that the data on the CSN LK website had been deleted from foreign countries. After the first deletion, the data had again been deleted on 63 occasions from Canada and on 12 occasions from Australia. The FCID alleged that these deletions had been made by Jayasuriya Hettiarajike Harshana Puspakumara, who had served as the technical manager of the channel. Proposal to resume Colombo Port City project. Ahead of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe's plan to visit China next month, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Management has recommended to resume the Colombo Port City project, a $1.4 billion real estate investment by a Chinese company, it is learned. Cabinet clearance was also granted shortly after International Trade and Strategic Development Minister Malik Samaravikrama visited China and held talks with the Chinese authorities on a host of bilateral matters, including the Port City project. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Askariya Chief Prelate's cremation on March 13. The cremation of Most Venerable Galagama Attadasi Mahanayaka Thera of the Askariya chapter will take place with full state honours at the Asgariya Police Ground, Kandy on March 13 at 2:30 p.m. March 13 has been declared a day of national mourning by the government as a mark of respect to the prelate. Defaulting payments to SLTB. High Court allows amended plaint against Mahinda Rajapaksa. 142 million rupees defaulted by Mahinda Rajapaksa's campaign team. Hired buses for election rallies but dues not settled. The Colombo Commercial High Court yesterday permitted the Sri Lanka Transport Board to file an amended plaint on June 23 against former President Mahinda Rajapaksa and 6 others in connection with defaulting 142 million rupees owed to the SLTB, whose buses were used to transport people to election rallies during the 2015 presidential election campaign. Commercial High Court Judge Shihan Gunaratna made this order following a request by plaintiff that the SLTB be allowed to amend the plaint since it wants to amend several names of defendants cited on the plaint. March 17 rally, SLTP to take action against dissidents, SB. Disciplinary action will be taken against SLFP parliamentarians participating in the so-called protest rally at Hyde Park on March 17 without permission from the party. Social Empowerment and Welfare Minister SB Dissanayaka said yesterday. He said the SLFP will definitely take disciplinary action against SLFP parliamentarians who participated in the March 17 rally. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. Foreign travel ban on Basil. Colombo High Court Judge Batmini Ranawaka yesterday granted bail to former Minister of Economic Development Basil Rohana Rajapaksa and former Director General of the Divineguma Department RRK Ranawaka in the case filed against them, citing misappropriation of Divineguma funds amounting to 30 million rupees. The former minister and the former director general of the Divineguma department were enlarged on cash bail of 500,000 each and on 1 million rupees personal bonds. The judge fixed the next hearing into the case for July 22. Colombo High Court Judge Batmin Ranawaka also issued an order to impound their passports, prohibiting from them leaving the country. Arrest Champika if guilty, Anura Kumara. JVP leader MP Anura Kumara Dissanayaka says that if the accident which caused a life-threatening injury to Sandeep Gunawardana at Rajagiriya late last month was caused by a minister of the current regime, then he should be arrested forthwith irrespective of his status or rank in the cabinet. Dissanayaka said all MPs were bound to cooperate with the law and that no one was above it. Therefore, since the accident was of a serious nature, justice has to be meted out to the youth who is battling to save his life currently at the Colombo National Hospital. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News Paper Highlights.